ready.
All right, you guys listen.
Gotcha.
I ain't above you. I ain't below you.
Okay.
But I'm right beside you.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is your channel TFD, back with some breaking news. It looks like Lexi Hull is caught up in some major drama with Indiana Fever fans. For this one, we've got to take it down to Miami. Let's dive in, let's get it, let's go. Lexi Hull, the Indiana Fever fan favorite and Caitlin Clark's close friend, has been making headlines all offseason, and for good reason. From grabbing smoothies with Caitlin to her involvement in the Unrivaled League, she's been a constant topic of conversation. But the latest story surrounding Lexi, her connection to none other than Angel Reese. Reports began circulating last week, fueled by certain content creators, suggesting that Angel Reese had been recruiting Lexi Hull to join the Chicago Sky. Let me set the record straight. There's absolutely no validity to that story. There's no indication that Lexi Hull has any interest in leaving the Fever to play with Angel Reese in the WNBA. For now, fans are closely watching Lexi's dynamic with Angel, particularly in their current partnership within the Unrivaled League. A new interview floating around Twitter shows Lexi Hull and Angel Reese all smiles, which has only fueled speculation. But let's be real. This seems more like Lexi playing the friendly teammate card than anything else. She's doing what she has to do to support her new teammate in this league. And yes, Angel Reese is her teammate in the Unrivaled League, whether fans like it or not. Now, let's be honest. This pairing is no accident. The league undoubtedly put Caitlin Clark's close friend on the same team as Angel Reese to spark buzz and create a compelling storyline. It's smart marketing. It's the kind of drama and camaraderie that gets people talking, which is exactly why we're making this video right now. The Unrivaled League, backed by a solid package from TNT, is doing everything it can to generate viewership and build excitement. While the league has potential, it remains to be seen whether it can hit the numbers it's projected to with TNT's backing. At the end of the day, Lexi Hull is focused on her career and getting that paycheck, regardless of her teammates. Whether fans love it or hate it, this is the reality of professional sports. Now, let's dive into that interview with Lexi Hull and Angel Reese to see what they had to say. Stay tuned and let's roll the clip.
Hey, this is for Lexi and Angel. You both have talked about soaking up information today from the veterans. How is it having a passer like Chelsea Gray on your team? And is her game sense kind of rubbing off on you?
Yeah, for me, always be ready. My hands always have to be ready because you never know what kind of pass she's going to throw. Obviously, I tease her about being a grandma, but she's been in the game for a while, and just being able to see her do special things. It's not a lot of players out there that want to pass first, and just being able to put herself first. And she told me, like, when you set the screen, I'm trying to get you open. Like, it's not for my shot. Obviously, she's going to knock the shot down if it's open for her, but she's looking to pass first and get everybody else around her better. So I love that about her.
It's definitely fun. And I think, like Angel said, like always being ready, but the way she delivers her passes are just so different. Because, I mean, I'm used to getting like a right-handed pass, left-handed pass. These passes are coming around the head, behind the back, between the legs. Like, you just don't know what's coming. And that's what makes it so fun, because there's no way you can defend that. There's no way you can get a hand on that when you don't know what's coming. So I'm just excited to see, the highlight reels from her this year.
Like for a while. Obviously, she's won a championship. She's done a lot. And I've been watching these players since I was in college. And obviously, I have 1 year under my belt. But just being able to get as much information as I can while I'm here. They've been a sponge to me. I've been really good with them. I told them to coach me hard and get on me when they need to get on me. So I really enjoy this. And like when I leave here, I know I'm going to take a lot from them.
And Ka and Lexi, just in follow-up to that, how do you guys feel about playing with like younger players like Angel and I guess if there's any wisdom or whatever, like light that you're shedding to her?
I think it's great. I've had such great veteran leadership throughout my career. So I know how important it is to have that vet that is willing to pour into you and help you grow. So I'm excited to be that vet now. And it's been great.
And I'm also on the younger end of this team. So I'm, as well as Angel, soaking up as much as I can. I mean, we have a lot of great leadership on our team, and then along with the coaches here and the other players here. So just really taking advantage of this opportunity to grow and get better.
Thank you. We'll go to Scott.
Hey, Lexi, I'm just curious, can you take us through how your off season has gone, and then what are your first kind of impressions of the offering and what the setup is like down there for all of you? Thanks.
Yeah, so I'm spending my off season in Indianapolis. It's been great getting to hang out with my family, see a lot of my friends, really just take a nice break, detox after the season, and then now heading here and get to be in Miami and get to play in a brand new league. It's really exciting. And I think one of the biggest things they said in kind of getting players here was the player experience was going to be really good. And they've really held up that side of the bargain. So they're giving us everything that we need and everything that we need on and off the court. So just really exciting opportunity and just a great first season.
Now, this is interesting. Lexi Hull just revealed that she's been in Indiana preparing for the start of the 2025 WNBA season. While no official footage has been released by The Fever showing Lexi working with Coach Stephanie White, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what's been happening behind the scenes. And let's not forget, if she's working with Coach White, there's a good chance Caitlin Clark has been in the mix too. Here's where things get even more intriguing. Lexi Hull might be on track for a significant role next season. Don't be surprised if we see her crack the starting lineup in some capacity, whether it's her chemistry with Caitlin Clark, her work ethic, or her ability to make key plays. The pieces are falling into place for Lexi to step up big time. But enough speculation. Let's get back to the footage and dive into what's been going on. Let's check it out.
Miles.
Hi, all. Lexi, I wanted to follow up on what Angel said about your defense being something that she can kind of pull from you a little bit. When you come into this hybrid 3x3 format, how much of defending in space is instinctual versus how much is it something that you're scheming as opposed to the normal 5-on-5 format?
I mean, there's just a lot more space on the court. So you really have to take pride in that one-on-one defense. I think when you're playing 5-on-5, you can count on at least one person having your back and help side, but it's really hard here because if you help, there's an open three on the other side. So just making sure that, we're all really passionate about defending our yard. And I think it'll start individually and then collectively we'll be able to do that. And we have great defenders on our team. So I think that'll be part of our identity this season and just being really excited on that side of the floor.
Great. Christina?
I have a question for Lexi. You've played in both Athletes Unlimited and now Unrivaled. These two platforms bringing pro basketball domestically. What are your thoughts on just the growing presence of having more options in the off-season domestically?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Athletes Unlimited. I played that the last 2 seasons, was part of the player executive committee. So it was hard to say no to them this year and that I was coming to Miami to play with Unrivaled. But the opportunities here in the States that are available now to players, I think is just a huge opportunity and growth for the sport. For me, I've never gone overseas to play because of these opportunities. So for me, being around my family is really important to me in the off season. So being able to stay here, train, and get ready for the W season is just awesome. So just really appreciative of those 2 leagues forming and excited to see each of them grow.
We'll go to Ben Pickman.
Just one for Kyle, I guess. Nola is a head coach for the first time, obviously a young assistant in the WNBA. Just what has it been like working with her just over these last couple of days, and what are her strengths? How is she as a communicator?
Nola's been great. And personally, I've seen her growth, from competing against her in high school and like a Philly versus Jersey Classic to seeing her under Kurt in Connecticut go from maybe equipment manager to just, grinding and really just finding her own niche. But being able to play under her right now and seeing how passionate she is and her having the ability to be a player's coach, I really love that and respect that about her. But like I said, Nola's been great with her schemes, X's and O's, and she's good.
What was it like? Sorry, you said you played against her in high school some. Just what was it like playing against her in high school and now that she's coaching you, a decade plus later?
It was cool. Super competitive. That Philly versus Jersey thing is big. It's big time. I'll have to share that picture with y'all later. I gotta go find it because it's super funny. I think we both got MVP or something like that. But now, just sitting and watching her with the board, I'm like, this is like we went in 2 different directions, but it just shows you that the grind pays off.
Thank you. We'll go to Annie.
Two quick ones. The first one for Kalia. It seems like from what we've kind of gotten a glimpse of, Unrivaled's really offering an unparalleled experience for the players. I'm curious, do you see or do you think that's going to have an impact on CBA negotiations at all?
I think it puts pressure for sure. It's been amazing. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about Unrivaled, about how it would be the first season, but it's been great. So I'm grateful that they're able to put some pressure on the things that we deserve and the things that we're pushing for.
And then Angel, for you, we saw kind of a glimpse of your reunion with Teresa. I'm curious what that was like, just being reunited with her and what her message was to you in this first season of Unrivaled.
I mean, obviously, I've seen her. We've worked out in the off season. We haven't got out of touch since I ended the season with her. So she's been a great mentor to me. Obviously, she's played in the league, and like being able to have her always with me is something that's important. You build relationships with people. Just because something didn't work out didn't mean that it was going to end our relationship. So being able to have her in my back pocket, being able to have everybody here, I think there's a lot of resources here for all of us to get better, not just from players, but to also coaches. We have Phil, we have Alex, we have so many different people and resources here. So I'm not going to take this moment for granted. And just being able to be here is just super exciting.
And sorry, one more quick one. What's your pitch to free agents about coming to Chicago?
Come to Chicago.
Summertime show.
Summertime. You see how she said that?
She's still pitching free
Get
agents.
Kai back. Get Kai back.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. On to Megan Hall.
So, that pretty much sums up the interview featuring Lexi Ho, Angel Reese, and Chelsea Gray. The first 5 minutes, all about Lexi Ho. You could practically see Angel Reese sitting there like, why am I even here? They were treating Lexi like she's Caitlin Clark herself. The closest thing to her anyway. Yo really baited her into the spotlight, and it showed. But let's talk about the real buzz. Lexi's comments about Chelsea Gray. What's your take on that? Do you think Lexi handled it well, or was there more to read between the lines? I want to know your thoughts down in the comment section.